The metal corridor hummed with the deep pulse of the starship Ironwind, a pulse that normally soothed its crew. Tonight, it felt like the heartbeat of a predator. Marines lined the walls, helmets on, rifles ready. Their visor lights glowing like cold stars. In the center of that corridor stood Lyra, a young alien woman. Small but proud, her silver blue skin shimmering faintly under the lights. Her wrists were bound. Her breathing was shallow, but her chin was still lifted. You could break her bones, but not her spine. Captain Dorvac strutted before her with the swagger of a man used to fear. His armor clinked, his thick tail scraping the floor. "Last chance," he growled, voice crackling. "You will accept my claim, or you will be airlocked." Lyra glared at him. "I said no. I will keep saying no. You dare embarrass me before my crew?" Dorvac snarled. "Your people are refugees. You owe us obedience. I owe you nothing." A murmur rippled through the Marines, but none stepped forward. No one challenged Dorvac. No one, except a human leaning against the wall at the far end. Lieutenant Jace Arden, 28, ace pilot. Record-breaking tactician. Chronic rule breaker. His fingers drummed against his thigh. His jaw was tight. His eyes were fixed on Lyra, not with pity, but with a kind of furious disbelief. He had heard rumors, whispers, but seeing her like this. Something inside him snapped. Dorvac turned to his soldiers. "Prepare the airlock. Cycle it manually." A few Marines hesitated. "You heard your captain," Dorvac snapped. "Move." The Marines moved. The crowd parted. The path to the airlock opened. Lyra inhaled slow, resigned. And then Jace stepped forward. "You're going to kill her because she rejected you?" Jace asked, voice even, deceptively calm. Dorvac's head whipped around. "Lieutenant, this is none of your concern." "Funny," Jace said. "Because it sure looks like the execution of a civilian on board a Union ship. That's technically all of our concern." "She dishonored me," Dorvac hissed. "And she broke ship law. No alien may refuse an officer's." "Don't say offer," Jace interrupted. "It wasn't one." Dorvac's tail lashed. "Watch your words, human." Jace stepped closer. Every Marine tensed. Some whispered his name, warning him silently, but he kept walking until he stood between Lyra and the captain. "Unbind her." Jace said that the temperature in the corridor seemed to drop. Dorvac leaned in. "You think you can protect her?" "No," Jace said. "I know I can." A low, dangerous growl vibrated in the captain's chest. "Lieutenant, you are interfering in a disciplinary action." "Disciplinary?" Jace echoed. "She refused to be your property. She insulted my honor. That's your problem, not hers." Dorvac's nostrils flared. "Stand down." Jace's hand hovered over the pistol at his hip. "Unbind her." The Marines watched, some fascinated, some terrified. Humans and Dorvaci species had served together for years, but no human had ever openly defied a Dorvaci captain, especially not like this. "Lieutenant," Dorvac snarled, "step aside, or I will court-martial you myself." "Do it," Jace said. "But she walks away from this." The captain lunged forward, towering over the human. "She is mine." Jace's voice became ice. "She said no." A silence like a vacuum filled the corridor. Lyra stared at Jace, shocked, breath trembling, hope flickering in her eyes like a candle fighting wind. Dorvac finally snapped. "Guards! Seize him!" Two Marines obeyed instinctively, stepping toward Jace, but they didn't reach him. Jace moved first. His pistol was out before the Marines blinked. Aimed not at them, but straight at Dorvac's throat. The Marines froze. The captain's eyes widened. "You wouldn't dare." Dorvac hissed. "Try me," Jace said. Dead calm. For a long moment, no one moved. The whole ship seemed to hold its breath. Finally, Dorvac lifted one hand and slowly waved his guards back. So that's how it is. The human defies his own commanding officer for a refugee girl. She's not a refugee girl, Jace said. She's a person. Dorvak hissed. You are destroying your career for nothing. Maybe, Jace said. But I'd rather lose my wings than watch a woman dragged to an airlock because she rejected you. Dorvak's posture shifted, anger melting into something colder, calculating. His tongue flicked. You want her for yourself. Jace's jaw clenched. This isn't about me. Lyra lowered her eyes, cheeks flushing purple, the sign of suppressed emotion in her species. Dorvak smirked. Lieutenant Jace Arden, hero pilot. The humans will cry when I break you. Jace's finger inched closer to the trigger. Try it. The captain held up his long, clawed hand. Fine, if you want to defend her. Then you will challenge me properly. The corridor erupted in whispers. Jace stiffened. No, Dorvak's grin widened. Afraid? Of you? Jace scoffed. No, but I'm not giving legitimacy to this. You nearly executed a refugee because she said no. Dorvak stepped forward. Accept the challenge. Winner's decision stands. If you win, she walks free. If I win... He looked toward Lyra with predatory hunger. She pays the price. Lyra flinched. Jace's teeth gritted. He knew what Dorvak was doing. A public combat challenge under Dorvaki tradition. Perfectly legal under their treaty. If Jace refused, Dorvak would kill her immediately. If Jace accepted, he might die. Jace looked at Lyra. She met his eyes, silvery irises trembling. Jace, don't, she whispered. He is twice your size. His bones are plated. He will crush you. Jace holstered his pistol. Yeah, he murmured. Probably. He stepped into the center of the corridor. I accept. The Marines gasped. Dorvak laughed a brutal, victorious sound. The ring was formed quickly, two circles of Marines creating a makeshift arena. Lyra was unbound but held back by two medics. She shook, terrified, guilt heavy in her eyes. Jace rolled his shoulders, stretching. Dorvaki challenge. No weapons, right? Correct, Dorvak said, cracking his clawed knuckles. No killing blows. Unless the opponent yields. Convenient, Jace muttered. Dorvak lunged. The impact slammed Jace against the bulkhead. Pain exploded across his ribs. He barely ducked the follow-up swing that would have cracked his skull. He rolled across the metal floor and sprang up. Dorvak laughed. You fight well, human. But you cannot win. Jace exhaled sharply. Wouldn't be fun if I could. He dodged another blow, then another, using speed instead of strength. Humans weren't built like Dorvaki. But humans were quick and stubborn. Very stubborn. Dorvak roared, charging. Jace slid under his arm, grabbed the captain's momentum, and slammed a kick into the back of Dorvak's knee. The big alien staggered. Not enough. Dorvak slammed his elbow into Jace's chest. Air vanished from his lungs. He stumbled, tasting blood. Lyra cried out, Stop! Please, Dorvak grinned. She begs for you, human. Pathetic. That was a mistake. Jace stood straighter, wiped his mouth. Don't talk to her, he said. Dorvak swung, and Jace stepped inside the attack, driving his elbow into the captain's throat. The alien gagged. Shock. Jace followed with 3 fast strikes to the ribs, a twist, and a precisely calculated shoulder drop that sent the massive Dorvaki crashing onto his back. The Marines erupted in shouts. Dorvak wheezed. Stunned. Jace grabbed him by the collar. Yield. Dorvak snarled. Never. He lashed his tail, sweeping Jace's legs out from under him. Jace hit the ground hard, the world spinning. Dorvak staggered to his feet. I will break every bone in your... Jace sprang upward, using the wall to launch himself. One final, desperate move. A flying punch straight into Dorvak's jaw. The crack echoed. Dorvak fell and didn't get up. Silence swallowed the corridor. Then, in a voice barely audible, "I yield." Gasps rippled. A few Marines clapped. Others stood frozen. Lyra ran through the ring before anyone could stop her. She knelt beside Jace, hands shaking as she checked his face, his ribs, his breathing. "You're hurt," she whispered. "I've been worse," Jace said, wincing. "Though, not by much." Dorvak struggled to his feet. "Human, you win. She is free." His eyes burned with hatred. "But you have made an enemy." "Get in line," Jace muttered.